Well, Dr. Lipton, I am very excited to have you here with me. I very excited. I admire your book or your history and the cooperation with humanity. I want to thank you especially. Thank you for
No,
being in Argentina.
I am delighted to be here. And first of all, Bruce. So we don't
Okay.
do the doctor, okay?
Okay.
I'm happy to be Bruce, okay?
Okay. Okay.
And second of all, I'd love to be here in Argentina because I find the people here are more open to hearing something new rather than just doing the same old story. They're looking for something new. And so I'm very happy to be here because the new science. And I want people to know I'm not the creator of science. I'm a downloader of science. It came from somewhere and came into my head. I didn't make it into head, okay? So I'm reporting from maybe a spiritual origin. All of us are spiritual, okay? Which I didn't believe in while I was a scientist at the university, okay?
Yes.
But once I left the university and continued my research, then it's like, oh my goodness, we're all spiritual entities living in this human, we're not even in the human body. The body is like a television set.
Yes.
And the broadcast picked up by my antennas is the spirit. And so the spirit's not even in the body, it's a broadcast, it's an energy. And this is why the new science, quantum physics, has recognized spirit as a part of science because it's the energy field. Everything is energy. And that our spirit is like a broadcast and the body is like a television. And I go, so you're watching the Bruce show,
Yes.
but the program is picked up by antennas in my body. But what I learned in that first instance, when I understood the nature of the signal and how it's picked up by the cells, I said, wait, I cannot die. I'm not even in here. I'm the broadcast. I said, it's like you watching a TV breaks, you say, TV is dead. I go, is the broadcast still there? Yeah, the broadcast is still there. It's not in the TV. So it's like, I can't die. I'm not even in here. I'm the broadcast. And the beautiful part is, and we've been here before, because when an embryo shows up with the same set of antennas, no two people have the same set of these, they're called receptors.
Yes.
And receptors, eyes, ears, nose, taste, these are receptors receive signal. But the receptors I'm talking about are on your cells. They're like little antennas, okay?
Yeah.
No two people in the whole world have the same set of receptors. That means what? No two people are downloading the same broadcast. So each of us has our own personal broadcast. And so you're watching the Bruce show on the TV, and if the TV breaks, I'll come back and I'll be in another TV. Does it make a difference if the new embryo with the same antennas, it's the antennas that make us different. Does it make a difference if it's male or female embryo? I go, no, that's a TV set. Does it make a difference if it's white, brown, black, red? I go, no, that's the TV set. That's not you. No, we're not the TV. We're the broadcast. And when we understand this, then there's something changes about everything in life. But first of all, you cannot die. You've been here before. And the fact is we all came from the same place. There's no separation from who and what we are. We're all spirit. And there's no one religion set of spirits, another set of religion spirits. I say, no, religion is separation of spirit.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry, you're going to ask me questions and I keep talking.
I'm feeling that knowing you for me is a very special moment. So in this love energy and admiration, I have some small questions.
Yes, and maybe I have
so
short
we
answers.
can arrive with a lot of people that can view this interview.
Yes.
So, Dr. Lipton,
yes.
or Bruce.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
How you view the current healthcare system, considering that we have the highest rates of chronic disease in human history? Do we have all the methods we can use to fix the situation?
A couple of answers. Let's just do last. Do we have the methods to fix? Yes, 100%. Are we teaching the methods? I said no. And I'm saying And I used to be a professor in a medical school, so I wanted people to know I came from the science of teaching medicine.
Yes, I know.
That the fact is this, is that we're not teaching the real science. We're teaching a science based on the drug companies. The whole thing is, when I was in the medical school teaching, you teach the curriculum, the program that they say. My research showed a whole different answer. We're not controlled by genes. We control the genes. That makes the difference is people believe they are victims of their genes. I go, no, the new biology, epigenetics, you are the master of your genes. You control all of this. So all of a sudden they say, are we being taught that in the medical school? I go, not really, no. And I said, what are we being taught? Oh, you're a victim of your genes. Take the medicine. I said, take the medicine? Very simple fact. If a medicine works, how come it works? I say, because the cells have what are called the receptors that can see the medicine. I say, well, if you have a receptor for a drug from the pharmaceutical company, you must make your own, because we were here before pharmaceutical companies were here. And so the chemistry of the same chemistry that the drugs are, we can make. Okay? So the point is, then why are we not making these drugs that we think we need? I say, not because we cannot, it's because our programming that we have has created a way of life that takes away our health. And I want to say this again as a former professor. And also, what I'm going to tell you right now is in the medical journals, especially the main journal, Journal of the American Medical Association, the Journal of Medical Doctors, okay? And the British Medical Journal did the same research, and what was the result? Medicine that we're using is the third leading cause of death in the United States. And this is not coming from me. This is coming from the medical profession.
Statistics.
And so basically it says why is medicine the third leading cause of death? Because they don't understand how it works. And they're still saying genes control your life. I say it's 100% wrong. And so they want us to take drugs. And I say, no, you don't need to take the drug. You need to change your mind. We don't need to take drugs. We just have to change our belief about who and what we are, and we heal ourselves. It's always been that way. Long before there was any medical education, before there was pharmaceutical company, okay? It was always this way, okay? Yeah. I said, how was healing? It was called energy healing, but they call it hands-on healing. Why? Because the healer had higher energy than the patient, and when the healer touched the patient, the energy from the healer lifted the energy of the patient, and they got well. Well, it's still true, except the doctors today don't practice this kind of thing, and they just want to...
Well, according to Clave theory, the terrain is everything. Could we say that in this time he was referring to epigenetics?
And who is saying this again?
Clave theory. Do you know that the terrain is everything?
Yes. That was from the French in the beginning.
Yes.
And actually, even the first scientist of evolution, Lamarck, was French.
Yes.
And he talked about the environment and organisms have an interaction.
Yes.
Because he said the organisms fit the environment. Is that by accident? It's like, no, the environment and the organisms exchange information. And so that's why a polar bear is in the Arctic, but there's no polar bear in Africa, okay? That's why roses don't grow in the Arctic, they grow here. I go, what's the point? I said, the organism, the environments, they match each other. And I said, was this an accident? No, even Lamarck, 1809, said it's the environment is shaping the genetics of what's going on. Well, this is a problem today because we're destroying the environment.
Yes.
And the destruction of the environment means self-destruction. We're creating a problem for human civilization. We cannot survive if we keep destroying the environment. In fact, scientists in the US, NASA, the research science people, say within 20 years, and more likely 10, civilization that we live in today will not be here, it will collapse. Why? Because the way we are living today is what is causing the problem.
Yeah.
And if you want to, we have to save the environment, because if the environment goes, we came from the environment. If the environment goes, so do we. So we have to learn to live in harmony, because environment and people are locked up, and this includes health. If the environment around us is not healthy, then our biology is not healthy. And we always want to fix the biology, but without fixing what's going on in your mind, what's going on in the way you relate to the world, your environment, the family. These become the important contributors of how my genetics is going to be controlled, okay? So rather than trying to fix the body and say something's wrong with the body, I say, no, very rare, less than 1% anything wrong with the body. The rest of it was the consciousness and the belief and the experiences that are causing the health. I said, well, those are all fixable. Those are things we can do something about.
Okay, thanks. So, what do you believe in the meaning of life? Do we all have a purpose?
Absolutely, we do. And it's interesting because, let me give a piece of information people are not aware of. That feelings, love, joy, pain, anger, jealousy, feelings come from a human body, because the human body is a machine in that sense. It takes the experiences we have from the world and gives us feelings. And then our brain sends those feelings back to our source. Because if you ask the spirit, what does love feel like? The spirit has no body, it can't feel anything. Love is the body's chemistry responding to the understanding of love. We make the chemistry, which then goes to the brain, but the brain sends out the vibration. Okay? Love is a vibration in the end. It was a feeling and chemistry, becomes a vibration and goes back to source. Why are we here? Two things. Number one, we are here to create. We are creators. Each of us is a piece of God, because each of us is getting a little piece of the frequency. Not one person gets all the frequency. Everybody gets their own frequency, but that's why evolution is, if we want to understand the world, the more people come together, the more we share the experiences, the bigger the picture we get, okay? So evolution is coming together. Why are we here? To create. I go, what? But that's what you're doing. And I go, so what does that mean? And this is the fun part, because the program is, oh, if you have a good life and you die, you can go to heaven. I go, no, heaven is here. This is where you came to create. When you leave this life and you're back in the energy, you have a memory of this, but you can't create it in that spirit. This is a device that's like virtual reality suit. I can feel, I can smell, I can see, I can hear, I can taste, I can touch. I go, that's from this body. So it's a gift. We come into this body, and now we can feel what love is. We can taste a wonderful dinner. We can watch a sunset. This is because of this body. What you learn and experience from this body goes back to our source. So the idea is what? We didn't come here by accident. We came here to create. I said, what? Heaven on earth. I go, well, yeah. I said, then how come it's not heaven? I say, because other people have taken the programming and taken away our powers. And now we are victims of belief that we are downloading from other people, whether it's church or science or wherever we buy the belief from. If the belief we download is wrong, then our life is wrong. And we've been living very completely wrong. And nature is now saying, wake up. Because if you don't wake up, you will not have an environment to live in. And so nature is calling on us. The world is in chaos. Oh my God, we have economic, political, religious, racial. We even have gender chaos. I'm going, these are symptoms of a problem. They're not the problem. The symptoms. I go, what does it mean? We're not living in harmony with each other and with the planet. And this is a wake-up call. And nature is saying, you have a very short time. You have 20 years at the most, and maybe 10 years. So this is going to have to change, otherwise we can't be here. So welcome to the world of evolution. And the beautiful part of it is this, is we leave behind victim and then become the real creators that we were generally, we were born as the creators until the program was taken away. And this is the wake-up call. Because if I look at the world and I said, we have 8 billion people, I go, almost everybody has the same wish. They want to be healthy, they want to be happy, they want to be safe, they want to do something. We all have a drive to do something, okay? So I said, what if everybody woke up? I said, well, we'd all be creating the same world. We'd be creating heaven on earth. I go, that's what the honeymoon effect is when you fall in love. I say, you had a moment of creation when you fell in love. And that's because for the first time you were actually creating life from the creative conscious mind and not from the program and the subconscious. Your life is blah, 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 and then you meet somebody. I go, 24 hours later, you have a whole different life. And, oh, I'm so in love. I love my life. I go, what happened? It's the first time in your life you actually become the creator and not play the program. And the moment you became the creator, what did you create? Heaven on earth. We call it honeymoon. Okay? Honeymoon is there every day. It's only the program that takes it away from us. If we stop that program, we could have honeymoon everybody every day. That's why we are here. So, like the previous answer, the same thing is, the earth is the equivalent of heaven. It's a place where you can physically create and manifest your vision, your wishes and your desires. That's why we're here. And we also have to live in harmony with nature. So the two things is, A, I'm a creator, and B, we have to balance we have to live in harmony with nature if we want to continue the programming. And so it's a wake-up call for people to take their power back. You are not a victim, you're a creator.
Okay. It's more simple than we think. So thanks for remember this love message.
Yeah.
And with this honeymoon effect, we have to finalize this interview. And I am very, very happy to have you here.
I am so delighted to be here, and I'm so glad that we're talking, because the whole idea is knowledge is power. And what we're trying to offer the public, and this is why it's so important that the public is watching, is because maybe they could get some new knowledge. Knowledge that we're not the victims,
yes,
we're the creators.
That's the point.
And a honeymoon effect could be your life every day. For as long as you live, you could have honeymoon every day. But we have to understand the nature of the program.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.